It's your boy Mike, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. So, something has been plaguing this game, and I feel like I wanted to talk about it, especially with this newest release of Super Saiyan God Vegeta, since he just continues this problem. And it's mostly just that every single time that they release a new tank, they're just absurdly busted. Like, they are easily the #1 character inside of their role, right? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta drops, and his kick is staggering for much longer than it should, especially considering that when they showed us the video of him kicking, it didn't seem that bad, and then it was like 2 times as bad once it actually dropped. His wall was insanely good at stopping characters like Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who were some of the top DPS at the time. And his final shine attack, the super attack, was really like oppressive in pushing enemies off of tower, whether it be your own or an allies, or sorry, your own or an enemy's. And it was really good for pushing enemies off of bosses as well. So it was just an all-around good kit for this character, right? And then we go up to the next release, and what do you know it, Super Saiyan Bardock drops, and he's far and away the best tank as well. And not only is he the best tank as well, he is just like probably the best character in the game. His Rebellion Smash was doing so much more damage than it needed to. His Wild Roar was applying wrath to enemies, and keep in mind, they literally nerfed the wrath that the only other wrath that you can get in this game, which was with the supporter. So they dropped this character. They knew that wrath was a problem, and then they made it where he was busted with it. Like, I don't get thought process, right? Or helper, not supporter. I was thinking of Legends for a second. But yeah, they nerfed the only other instance of wrath because they knew it was broken, and then they made it where this guy just did it like for longer and a much wider range, while also getting extra HP, while also generating damage that's basically just guaranteed, while also pairing with his Rebel Warrior passive that is decreasing the amount of damage that you take based off of your gauge, which, by the way, he gets like an absurd amount of damage reduction when he has this max passive active. And his super attack, I feel like, can be argued for around the same value, if not just like slightly worse than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Ultimate. So all of those things combined made this guy super oppressive. He was like basically a third DPS on your team, right? And then we have the newest tank with Super Saiyan God Vegeta, and guess what? He's the best tank in the game. Could you guys guess? Could you guys like guess that would happen? He has it where his Red Fury is not only giving him buffs by just hitting rush attacks or skills, but he gets a metric ton of armor regeneration when then it's active, like so much more than it should be. You get increased cooldown reduction, and sorry, my mic cut out there. It's super easy to farm. Like, it is, like, this is just using basic attacks, right? But when you're in team fights and you're spamming these skills, it comes up like that. Like, you just have your passive proc so easily. So now he's becoming unkillable, right? But then not only is he becoming unkillable, he's having one of the biggest AoE attacks in the game that's pulling you continuously, that has a stronger pull at the end, almost to the likes of like Cooler's ultimate, where it just sets up so many of these super attacks from other characters like DPS like characters, right? Like Spirit Bomb, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Dragon Fist, Vegeta's ultimate, like anything that has like an AoE range with the DPS ult as well, anything that like that, it just sets it up so easily, right? So the Divine Zone is already an absurdly busted like skill. His Prominence Blow is stealing attack, so it's a really good move for shutting down things like Snowball, because it'll just steal that and then apply it to yourself. Because the higher the enemy's hero's attack power, the greater effect. So if they have a whole bunch of snowball stacks, boom, you just steal them. And then the red bind shot is, again, another just amazing skill for locking an opponent into place. Like, he has such a unreasonably good kit. And then his super attack allows you to just teleport to anywhere on the map once you get it maxed out. It's they do this, right? And that's one problem. The fact that every single time that they do this, they're always number one. Every single time they make a tank, it's always a number one for the tank, right? That's the first issue. The second issue is the fact that they always nerf the tanks like right after too. So we go over, let's go to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Let's go to the season 2 patch notes. Let's go ahead and just check that real quick. Season 2 patch notes. All right. Oh, would you look at that? The number 1 and the number 2 tank are nerfed. Cooler loses 3k HP, 2k of it being base HP, and then another 1k base off of armor. His passive did get buffed though, where it allowed you to get more immunity frames from your abilities. However, the skill 1 and skill cooldowns went up by 2 seconds each. So you weren't able to spam skill 1 anymore and be able to just get the immunity as easily as before, right? Because that 2 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but you're giving it a 50% extra cooldown, right? And then again, like you buff it and give it 20 milliseconds, right? But you're adding 2 extra seconds. Like I think that does matter a decent amount. At the very least, they did buff the effect duration, right? And it's the same thing with Khalifa as well, where skill 1, the most annoying thing about this character was the provoke, and that I think that it was let me preface this by saying that I do believe that these characters should have been nerfed, right? Cooler and Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa were very dominant in the meta, and they were far and away the best tanks before Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta dropped. So they did deserve to get nerfed. I think the timing of it though was not the best. So Khalifa got their cooldown an extra second. Again, doesn't look like a lot, but when you're thinking about the provoke and the fact that it would be harder to get, that matters. Energy release had it when it went from 9 seconds to 11 seconds, but the effect of the duration of the skill lasted longer, so at least that was pretty good. I don't know why they did this though. They made it where skill 2, the thing that I don't believe anyone complained about, got nerfed in terms of speed. It's just weird. I don't know why. But yeah, the timing of this, probably not the best. They dropped Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, far and away number 1 tank, while also nerfing the number 1 and number 2 tanks before that, right? The next part, they did at least a better job, right? Super Saiyan Bardock drops, and I don't even think, yeah, there was like the only nerf was Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The season 3.1 patch notes was just like it was just matchmaking that they changed, and it wasn't until season 2.4 that Ultimate Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta got nerfed. So Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta was nerfed like 1 month before Bardock dropped. So like I said, it's a lot better with that one, because this one, you know, I think that they did a better job of the timing of it. But then, dude, like makes me want to bite my nails a little bit. We go to Super Saiyan God Vegeta, right? Let me tap the paper a little bit. Let's read these patch notes real fast. They said only one tank could be number 1, buddy, and it's not you, Bardock. They made it where his and again, I want to say this to make sure that this point is put across. These characters did deserve nerfs, but the timing on them is really, really bad. For them to drop Super Saiyan God Vegeta and then have it where Bardock loses half of his damage on his skill 1 and a little bit of a minor buff on if you actually hit someone else with that skill. And then his wild roar got pretty badly nerfed, I would say, going from 1.5 seconds and 2 seconds late game to just 1 second across the board. And also, just in case you are using Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, fuck you. His kick is 25% worse across the board as well, with a little bone tossed your way of half a second cooldown less. But hey, at least his skill 1 was buffed, right, guys? And don't worry, they also nerfed his ultimate too. At least they increased the damage though. It's very stupid, and I don't like it, right? Because it's like they wait all this time for them to finally adjust these characters, and then once they adjust them, a new character's out and it's a new problem. And it's happened every single time where Cooler and Khalifa were dominating the meta, and then they finally got nerfed, and then it's like, oh, under new management, you get flicked across into a bus, man. And then Bardock drops, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta again was like nerfed like a month back, so I think that one was a better scenario. But then Vegeta drops and Bardock is gutted. I don't know. I would like them to just be a little bit better. I always talk about this, but I think DPS is in a much better spot than tank and technical are, because every single time that they drop a new DPS outside of Kefla, they've never been number 1. Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out, and I think that you could argue him for like number 2, but I still think Super Saiyan Goku was number 1. Topo existed. Broly comes out, and he has a really major flaw of being able to just get hit by energy based attacks. So, you know, I don't think you could argue him for number 1. Super Vegeta drops, and I think he was the closest to being number 1 outside of like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then Kefla dropped and then was like number 1 just because of the stupid fucking divine draw, right? And just the fact that they gave her too much with the Vanish Restoration, right? Now it's a little bit more fair. But my main point is that at the very least, with every single one of the new DPS, it's you can argue them for number 1, but it's not like far and away easy, like hands down the best, right? And it's like that for tanks. It truly is like that for tanks, and I don't like that at all. I'd rather these characters just come out and just be balanced. Like I don't know why they nerfed Gotenks. If every single character dropped and was like Gotenks, I think this game would be in a much better spot. I think I'd be much more happier with the game's meta if every single character that came out was like the similar power to Gotenks. But I don't know. I just wanted to get this off my chest because it's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks, and something I've just been wanting to, you know, just vocalize and get your guys' opinions on it. But either way, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.